Hi everybody, how y'all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to unbox my R9 272 gigabyte graphic card. Let's go ahead and get into this unboxing because I'm excited to go ahead and be doing that as well too. Now y'all probably sit down here and say, why did he ain't purchase a 4 gigabyte graphic card? And you know, with what I need to do, and this is what I tell a lot of people. It all depends on what type of games you're throwing in today's society. So you know me, I'm just a light gamer, so I really don't need the hardest or latest graphic card to go ahead and do my thing. You know, my gameplay is puzzle and RPG games only. And I only play Mortal Kombat. And what I did was, when I had used PCGameBench.com to go ahead on and see what games play with that. Mortal Kombat plays perfectly with this card. I mean Mortal Kombat X, not Mortal Kombat 11, because I need a high powered card because the CG is powerful on that game. Alrighty, now keep in mind this is a used graphic card. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead on and get it all set up here, and you can go ahead and see it. Now you can go ahead and see the little peach fuzz all up onto the heat sink. I'll be cleaning that out, resurfacing it with new GP. I can see the dust on the heat cores up in there, so I'm just gonna go ahead and be resurfacing that out. It's pretty much clean, ain't too much dirty. You know, he used it a couple of times and that was it. And that makes it even better. So now, with that said, the R9 270 2 gigabyte graphic card. And why did I choose it? The R9 2 gigabyte card is a great choice for me and my light gaming with 1,280 stream processor units, up to 925 megahertz engine clock with 2 gigabyte of GDDR5 memory, up to 1.4 gigahertz at 5.6 gigabytes per second memory clock speed, 179.2 gigabyte memory bandwidth, 2.69 teraflops single precision compute power, API support for DirectX 11.2. Now this card is great for me, and you cannot go wrong with that. With 150 watt total board power and a recommended power output of 500 watts, the R9 270 gigabyte is a great choice for light to medium gaming in 720p and 1080p. The R9 270 has 2 DVI ports, 1 HDMI, 1 display port, and with a PCIe power connect, 6-pin power connect. The R9 270 can support up to 4 monitors. The R9 270 is purchased from eBay for $85 after I sold my GTX 1060 3 gigabyte GPU to my daughter. I settled with the Quadro FX 580. With its 512 megabytes DDR3 frame buffer memory, 128 memory interface, memory bandwidth 25.6 gigabytes per second, max power consumption is 40 watts plus the 75 watts of the PCIe slot. Total board draw is 115 watts. With its DVI port and 2 display ports that supports 3 monitors at 2560 by 1600 at 60 hertz. Now the Quadro FX plays games only, light games, puzzle games, and minimum RPG games only. The Quadro FX 580 is your display GPU, but it can play light games, nothing too heavy. Now I will be giving the R9 270 a clean and paste resurface. I'll always do this when you buy a used GPU. Yes. Just like I said when I had pointed out, when I noticed I saw some, just like little peach dust fuzz. Nothing heavy on it. He pretty much kept it pretty clean. The PCI bracket is damn near clean. No scratches on it. That's one thing I like about it. So enough talking. Let's just go ahead on and get into the nice, deep clean of this graphic card. Alright everybody, everything went great. The installation was a smooth, easy breeze. I cleaned the card. I resurfaced the thermal paste. I re-thermal pasted. Just like I said, it had minimal dust, so he really took good care of it. They had no scratches. Just like I said, the GPU bracket slot was in perfect condition. For not bad for it was selling for $89.99. I dropped it down to $80 and I had to pay the tax, which came to $85.60. But for R9 270, not bad. A lot of people are buying these old cards now because, just like I said, the GPU shortage is unbearable right now. But we're just holding tight. Hopefully, that'll get better by the end of the year, by Christmas time. If not, we'll wait the next year. And we just be happy. But right now, if you need the game, understand your gaming. And when you understand your gaming, pick the card that you need for your gaming. A lot of people play the high intense AAA esports game, and they buy the 1080, the RTX 20 series, and they're getting them at pretty good decent prices. Now you still have to pay the overage fees of them. That's what we're gonna have to pay. You know, a lot of people were able to muscle up RX 6600 XT, the 8 GB card that's only for 1080p gaming ultra, not 4K gaming, just ultra settings on a 144 to about 240 megahertz. So if you put in 4K, your frame per second is a real drop. But the RX 6600 XT came out going for like, what, I think $299. They selling it for like $390. Some of them sell them over for like $480. So, but for that price, it's not bad. But if you need a good gaming card for your minimum gaming, like me, I'm happy for it, then this is the card for you. Now, what I'm going to be doing now is installing the drivers. So I'm going to turn on my monitors. Now, I recently watched video when he unboxed a new Corsair hard drive. Corsair new gaming monitor. Now it is a 32-inch monitor. Now he pretty much said the thing right when he sit down and said, you know, 27 inches okay for starting off, but 32-inch or better is the way to go. So right now, you know, I'm on my 32-inch HD television monitor. I got two of them, so at 64 inches going deep. We finna power this baby up. And there we go, she posted. So now, as I'm finna go ahead on and start setting up the drivers, and you know, get everything all set up and ready to go. And then I'm gonna go ahead on and do tech GPU, so I know I got the right GPU. And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead on and do a quick start. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all Cinebench. I'm gonna do Cinebench. I'm gonna be doing that as well too, but I gotta go ahead and reset up everything, and I'll be doing all that through my OBS. Right now, I gotta install the driver, set everything back up, and that's about basically it with this here. But keep in mind, I did PC game benchmark, and I'll be going through that in the last final renderation of the video, so y'all can understand the numbers of the thing. So I'm gonna show y'all the percentage numbers, how you can tell if the GPU is bottlenecking, and etc. So this is one reason why I do not do benchmarking, because I don't have a area to set up any benchmark test bridge. So other than that, we will be good to go with that. And I will go, just like I said, I'll be showing you. Sorry for the delay, because I'm thinking everything what I got to say here. I'll be showing you everything in particular generation of why I use PC game benchmarks. I'll be going over the numbers with you as well. And just like I said, I don't have a room for a benchmark test anything. So what I'm going to put it at, and this is a nice 1,100 square foot unit I'm renting out here. So, but other than that, I will show y'all that we'll be going over everything for you. And let me go ahead and get my camera repositioned perfectly here. Yeah, y'all see the main setup here. You know, I do my thing basically, so you know how that is. Now everything is set at 800 by 600, so you know, excludes the glare. Let me see if I can turn up this light down some, dim it down some, because you is getting the glare off the television screen as well too. So it's going to be cutting down there. I just installed a new graphic card, so I'm waiting for everything to load up, which is pretty much getting there, and voila, it's getting there. Now clearly you see everything. Now what I did was, before I ordered the card, I had went ahead on and installed it. I already had on and downloaded the drivers already, so it's already picking up everything. But I'm gonna go ahead on and download the drivers already on set. But I like to go ahead and download the drivers so I could go ahead on and do my thing and be happy with that. Alrighty, let's get into the drivers install. Alright everybody, how y'all doing? I'm on the last and final cut of this video here. All the drivers installed, everything went well, and I cannot complain. Let's just go ahead on and open up open GPU-Z. Now you must install this here when you are buying graphic cards. I don't care if it's the new latest graphic cards or if it is an old rendering graphic card, old version of a graphic card. This software will help you identify your graphic card, because 9 out of 10 you will get a fake one. It has been proven that you can buy a fake one in retail stores. You can buy a fake one off of eBay seller, off eBay, or in general from Newegg, whatever. These graphic cards needs to be used on the software GPU-Z. Alright, let's go ahead and open it up. Now, as you see right here, I have the latest AMD Radeon R9 200 series. It's the GPU Pitcom revision 0.0. Technology is 28 nanometers. Die size is 212 millimeters. Release date was October 8, 2013. Yes, this is an 8-year-old card, and we are still using them in 2021. Now, the reason why I chose this card, just like I explained in the video earlier, is just to go ahead and play my light gaming. And I will go ahead and show you a reason why I do use PC game benchmarks, because it gives me exactly what I need to know instead of setting up a test bench and benchmarking the card. Okay, back to the bio version is 015 046.000.016.004.725. It is sub vendor is AMD. A TI device is 1002 6811 1002 0B04 32 by 38 ROP CMUs. It is a PCIe X 16 3.0 at 16 1.1. Yes, it is a 3.0 card. Now, just keep in mind that all PCIe cards are backward compatible. My motherboard, who's PCI 2.0 X16, I will not get the full speed of it, but it's going to go ahead and give me the speed that I need to do to go ahead and do what I need to do. Shaders are 1280. DirectX is 11.1, but it got listed as the new version of 12 DirectX support. Pixel fill rate is 29.6 G pixels per second. Texture filtration is 70.0 G texels. Memory is GDDR5. Bus width is 256-bit. Memory size is 2048. Bandwidth is 179.2 gigabytes per second. Driver version is 22.19.17. 171.1024 is the Crimson 17.7.1. I'm on Windows 8.1 64-bit. Driver's date is July 4th, 2017. Digital signature is WHQL. GPU clock is 925 megahertz. Memory is at 1400 megahertz. Default clock is 925 megahertz, which is the default clock. Memory is 1400 megahertz. It is computing, OpenCL, no CUDA cores, direct compute, OpenGL 4.0, no Vulkan, no ray tracing, etc. Now, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and open up Radon Live. And these are my settings. Now here, I am on the latest software, is 17.7.1. I'm on the Radon software edition is the Crimson Relive. Graphic chipset is the AMD Radeon R9 200 series. Memory size is 2048 megabytes. I'm on GDDR5. I am on AMD A10 5800K APU with the Radeon APU graphic controller built inside. I am on 16 gigabyte GDDR3. I'm on Windows 8.1 and I'm on Core Clock 925 megahertz. Now, I do have the Quadro graphic card right here. This graphic card did its thing. Okay. On my channel, I do not demoralize tech or any tech hardware or any tech enthusiast. My information is my page is about information, giving it to you and utilizing it. Now, the Quadro FX 580 is a display GPU only. This GPU can play light gaming and just basically puzzle games. It can go ahead and power up the 3 monitors with your DVI and your 2 display ports. This is just basically for basic business or home office type use. Whatever you want to do. You can watch Netflix and Hulu off of it. You could go ahead and hook it up to a 1080p TV and you have no issues with using this card. Now this card did its thing. Now the reason why I swapped it out is because I have played a little more games like I usually play. I will be putting all that game list in the charts at the end of the video. Now, the reason why I use PC benchmark, and I'm going to go ahead and get right into that right now, so y'all can go ahead and get a good idea of what I am talking about. Okay, so now we are now set. Go to my game folder. What games can I play? I'm going to put in my information here so I can go ahead and let y'all know how you can tell whether your GPU is benchmarking, is at its best, or it is bottlenecking. And this game information site helps me out a lot. It gives me the percentage of what I need. If I need to make any changes, it let me know in the nice little information box below, and I have no issues with that. Alright, let me go ahead and put in my A10 There you go, 5800K. My graphic card is the R7, the R9 270. And I'm going to 16 gigabyte because that's what my system on, and it tells you what game can I play, or you can rate my PC. When you rate your PC, it'll let you know how many games you can play with this graphic card. I'll be doing both. Alrighty, what games can I play? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and pick my normal game I like to play, which is Mortal. That's one of my games I play, which it is in the slide preview that's gonna be sliding up soon. Alrighty, now see, in minimum settings, I got a green, it passed. Now, how do I know that it's passed? I'm gonna scroll right on down, and here it go right here. In minimum settings, my processor at 106%. My GPU is at 115%, and my memory is at 534%. Now, anytime you use this site, if you are under 80%, you are bottlenecking. You need to be 80% or higher to avoid bottleneck. Now, in minimum settings, I'm great. So I will be playing Mortal Kombat in 720p minimum settings. So I'm going to turn up all the ultra. No, I'm just going to turn everything down. Now, if I go and recommend it, here it say I need to upgrade. So I need to upgrade my whole entire CPU because my system failed. Now here you can tell by that. Here, just like I said, if your CPU drop under 80%, 79% is still good. My graphic card is at 100%, perfect, and my my memory is at 200%, perfect. Everything is fine, but my GPU. Now, when I played it with the GTX 1063 gigabyte, it said 79%. I had no issues with it, so I could go ahead and run it at 1080p settings or 720p. Everything turned off, perfect. Now, this is how you can tell whether your system is bottlenecking without running any benchmark setups, or you got a benchmark this you got to put on the test bench. Now, I could go ahead and do that, but I don't have to, because this here website tells me everything I need to know. Now, I'm going to change components. I'm going with a 5800K again. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the Quadro system in. Quadro FX 580 and 16 gigabyte, because that's what I run. What can I run it? Now, in minimum settings, it passed without an issue. See here, the processor is at 106. The GPU is at 85%, which is good. This is one reason why I say I am not junking the Quadro FX 580, because it's still a good card for regular basic use and minimum to light gaming. That's it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put it into recommended. Now, when you go recommended, it puts you at 1080p, ultra, medium, whatever. It will put you at 1080p, and it reads your hertz. So I'm at 60 hertz, so I'm basically like just regular 1080p. So I'm going to go to recommended. Now, you get this, and now you know that the GPU, the APU, the A10 5800K is at 79%. So like I said, if it dropped under 80%, you will be bottlenecking. Now, clearly, the NVIDIA Quadro FX 580 has failed. And this is why. As you know, my processor, my APU is at 79%. Now my GPU fell down to 74%. My GPU is not keeping up with the graphics on Mortal Kombat X, and it's going to be doing some heavy bottlenecking. It's going to go ahead and start putting massive load off the processor. So this is one reason. This is a great website you could use if you're buying a 4 GB card or a 6 GB card. Now, this is what a lot of gamers do. They go ahead and they throw the beast games at it. Call of Duty. Let's see, I ain't say cyber. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, as you see, my 810 5800X has passed the minimum settings, but the Quadro FX 580 failed. And that's one of the games everybody loves playing. And here's why. I'm at 90%. Processor, my GPU, the Quadro FX 580 felt at 65%, and my memory is at 200%. Now I'm going to go to recommended. Everything failed, and this is why. Now my APU, which is the processor, the 810 5800K, is not keeping up with the computer graphics with that game. It's at 77%, and my GPU in recommended 1080p settings at 60 Hz is at 51%, and my memory is at 100%, holding it down. Only thing that is keeping this thing is the memory. Now, as you see in recommended 1080p settings, my card, the Quadro FX, is not keeping up, nor the processor. It is bottlenecking. This is one reason why when I go ahead and put in the games I like to play, I use this website. I will put this website in the description below, as well as now I'm going back to put my regular specs back in. So y'all can go ahead and see what games that my system could play. $5,800K, R9, 270. Memory's at 16. Now I'm gonna rate my PC. Your computer has an AMD A10 5800K. CPU paired with a 16 GB of RAM of DDR3 on the graphic cards of your system has an AMD Radeon R9 270. Your PC can run 283 of the top 1000. I'm happy with that. It gave me a PC rating of 28%. And as you scroll down, they got all my specs right there. It will give me all the games that I could play with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on the thing. I'm moving too fast, so let me slow it down. Which games can you run? It says I can run Grand Theft Auto, Valorant, Fortnite, Minecraft, Tale of Arise, CSGO, which y'all know I don't play first player games, so where you gotta see everything through the player eyes. Far Cry 3, Far Cry 2, and Far Cry 1. League of Legends, Valorant at low settings. Now I do have MRR4, which I'm going to get into that. I looked at the specs. It looks nice. I can't wait. I can play Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege, and then it goes on and on and on until I get to the top 200. Now here, Far Cry gave me a score 88 out of 100. Leagues of Legends 78 out of 100. 96. I can run Valheim. This is MR4, is no problem. 79. Anytime this says score start dropping, I'm in trouble. So this is one reason why I like using PC game benchmarks, because it lets me know off rip what games I can run with my system. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put in the new, which is Doom. Eternal. These are the games that all top end gamers are throwing at these type systems. Just to do a video, just to see what they keep up in 2021. Just like I said, my channel is not about demoralizing hardware. My channel is to find the best system for people all over, non-gamers, gamers, and streamers. I had the streamer build list. I have the gaming build list. I got a lot of comments saying that's a great build. There's some people in here brought the parts and did their thing, which is great. Now I got Doom Eternal in medium settings, which I could ball 107. But just like I said, I do not play regular first player games because it's annoying, and Doom Eternal is too much for me to handle. 93% on the GPU and 200% on the RAM. So yes, my game can run in minimum. My PC can run in minimum settings, but when I go to full 1080p and recommended, fail. And here's the percentage level. APU is at 73%, bottlenecking. GPU is fine. It's not bottlenecking. It's just lost that 1%, so it's going to keep up in graphics, but my APU is going to be struggling in processing the frames. And my memory is at 200. So now, if I click on upgrades, it tells me I could go to the Intel i5 8400, the Intel i5 9600K, and the Intel i7 9700K. So it recommends me to be on Intel. So this is one reason why Intel is still a powerhouse in gaming. This is one reason why I do not demoralize any hardware. AMD, Intel makes good, and NVIDIA makes great products. All the case manufacturers, all the PSUs, etc. makes great products. This is one reason why when I do my price list, I do them for all PC users, non-gamers, gamers, and content creators. Content creators cost a little more because they own those thread rippers, and they are on the new latest hardware such as the Ryzen 9 5900X, the Ryzen 7, and the Ryzen 6, the 5000 series, and the 3000 series such as the Ryzen 9 3950X, etc. And I do a price list on those systems. Now keep in mind, when I do the price list, I'm a visionist. I visualize the build as I'm putting the parts together on the price list. Now you got people that overclock. Y'all go to the big beef next, the 5700X and the B550 motherboards, and they go to the non-overclocking motherboards. So I use them. On the beef boards, if you are a content creator, I'll go ahead and put it to the max 64 or 128 gigabyte of RAM. Gamers, I like using 2 slots because it's best. And if I go 4 slots, I max everything out. I go gaming rigs, I go 16 to 32 gigabyte just to start off with. With SSDs, I know gamers likes fast moving SSDs and M.2 drives, so I basically team it with Samsung or the latest new drives that's coming out with the Gen 4.0, etc. Now the Gen 3, I'll just go ahead and, just like I said, I team it with Samsung, Western Digital. Those are 2 best drives out there as well. Now, just regular performance, my main go-to part is Team Group and Zoe. Perfect, no issues, no problems. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close this video. I will be putting everything in the description below. PC benchmark, I'll be putting another one in so you go ahead and test your games out as well too. I have that website up as well too. Now this is for people that are buying gaming cards that are about 8 years, between 6 to 8 years old. Yes, they still pushes in 2021. Now, as a gamer, no, let me correct that. As a PC user, you got to know your hardware. You got to understand your hardware. Once you do that, there, you'll be fine. I want to thank all my viewers for watching this great content. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button if you like this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.